Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Leanne and I'm excited about today's video because it is a part of a collab. This collab is a salad collab, so there's going to be all types of salads. I'm going to be doing a sweet like dessert style salad, but before we get into that, I just wanted to thank Shauna for inviting me to be a part of this collab. If you are not familiar with Shauna's channel, it's the Dickinson Homestead, and you should definitely check her out. She cracks me up. My favorite thing about her is that she just leaves in all of the chatter while she's doing her like what's for dinners and stuff. Just, you know, all those little comments that we all make to ourselves. She doesn't leave them out, and I appreciate that. So thank you, Shauna, for inviting me to be a part of this collaboration. And this is also hosted by Katt from Southern Farm and Kitchen. And I'm fairly new to her channel, so I don't know a whole lot about her. However, I do know that she does a lot of great food content, so be sure to check her out. Both ladies' channels will be linked in the description box below, along with a link to the playlist, so you can go ahead and check out everybody else's recipes and get some great ideas for you to maybe put on your menu or bring to a picnic or whatever. So my recipe that I'm planning on sharing with you is a peaches and cream salad. And so it's a sweet fruit salad type thing. I shared in a couple videos ago, and I've mentioned it many times since, about a strawberry cheesecake salad that I've been making and enjoying. And so I thought, well, let me see if there's something else similar to that that maybe I can do just to switch things up a little bit. And this sounded amazing, and my husband loves peaches, so this is the winner. So let's get into the recipe. So this recipe is really easy. It's just 4 simple ingredients, but I am going to be adding a step, but it's not going to be a complicated step. One of the ingredients the recipe calls for is Cool Whip, and I do not have that, and I just thought, well, I'll make my own. Well, when I was looking into the recipe a little bit further, it said if you're going to make your own whipped cream, you need to make a stabilized whipped cream, which I have no idea what that is. Never heard of it before. But thankfully they included instructions on how to do that, and I happen to have all the ingredients on hand. So that's what I'm gonna do first, and then we'll go ahead and put this recipe together. But if you want, you can just use the tub of whipped cream whipped topping that you can buy from the store, and that'll work just fine, obviously, because that's what the recipe originally called for. But I will have a link to the recipe in the description box below, and that will include the directions for the stabilized whipped cream if you want to make it yourself. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm just following the instructions to make the stabilized whipped cream. I've got 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, and we're going to whip this or beat this until soft peaks form. And I'm just using my hand mixer, and I just used one of the beaters instead of both so that I could do it inside of this large measuring cup. I like to do that because usually it keeps things from splattering because it's a deeper dish. But I did have a little bit of issue with that. You'll see in just a little bit. I've got a bunch of dark spots all over my t-shirt, and that's because I ended up making a mess of myself and had to clean myself up. So that is what that is from. You'll see that shortly. Then once you have your soft peaks, you're going to go on to the next part. I've got 4 ounces of cream cheese that has been softened to room temperature, 1/3 cup of powdered sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla, or thereabouts. I think I put in a little bit over a teaspoon, and this is my homemade vanilla extract in this little bottle here, so that's why it's in that kind of a bottle. And we're just going to mix that until it is combined and smooth, and then combine that with the whipped cream that we just made. And the recipe says to beat that until stiff peaks are formed. If you're new to my channel, I just wanted to say hello and welcome and let you know that I would love to have you stick around. I love to do food related content, recipes, what's for dinner. I also do some vlogs that I share with my husband, as well as DIYs and decorating videos on occasion, sometimes more than others, just kind of depends on what kind of mood I'm in. So I'd love to have you stick around. Okay, so that supposed to whip it that second time until stiff peak formed, and now it's like getting more liquidy. So I don't know, I might have screwed it up. I am just going to stop whipping it because I'm afraid I'm gonna make it worse. And I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and work on the rest of it. So the recipe calls for fresh peaches, which I actually do have, but we have been eating them. And my husband yesterday ate all of the rest of the ripe ones, and the other batch that I have is not quite ripe yet. And so I'm just going to use canned because I happen to have plenty of them on hand. So I'm going to just, I did read that people were saying that they use these. I did read that frozen doesn't work as well. but that canned would probably be fine just to drain them really well, because the liquid could really make them, make the whole dish a little bit too soupy. So I'm just gonna let these drain for a good while, and then I will cut them up and we'll go from there. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and put this together. So I've got 32 ounces of vanilla yogurt. I'm using my spatula from earlier. Let me drain off the liquid on this. There was just a little bit of liquid on top of the yogurt. I probably should have cut this recipe in half, since it's just my husband and I, but oh well. Then we're gonna take a package of vanilla pudding mix. And I did see some variations. You could do like, if you can find it, the cheesecake pudding would be probably really good with this, or get like a peach flavored yogurt. You could do that too, just to switch it up a little bit. We're just gonna pour this in and mix this together. Now we're going to fold in this mixture, which I will say the texture I don't think is what it's supposed to be. It's a little bit runnier than it should be. So I think it'll still taste fine. I'm not exactly sure what I did wrong there, because I've made whipped cream plenty of times, but never this stabilized. So you might want to just use the tub of whipped topping. But I think it's just gonna mess up the texture, not the flavor, so it should be fine. Okay, now we're going to add in the peaches. Drain off any liquid really quick. Oh, there isn't really any. I'm gonna be eating this for days. Oh boy. Thought I had a big enough bowl, but this is tight. So here it is all finished. This looks really good. If I was gonna be fancy, I could put save some peaches to like put on top, but I'm not fancy. I'm not making this to go anywhere. I'm gonna eat this entire thing by myself. All right, let's give it a taste test. All right, so here we go. Let's give this a try. That is really, really good. I need to chill it because the peaches weren't cold, but oh my word, really good. And it's not as soupy as I thought it was gonna be. I definitely think the texture of the whipped topping didn't come out the way it was supposed to, but this is really good. I think this would be perfect for like a picnic kind of thing, but this is really good. Well guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, help me out, and also hit that red subscribe button below and hit the notification bell next to it if you don't want to miss out on my future videos. Don't forget to check the playlist in the description box so that you can get some more great salad recipes of all kinds, and check out Shauna and Katt's channels. Thanks ladies for hosting this collab, and I'll see you in my next video.